are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm good. I was dancing. I was jamming to the opening music, and I threw out my neck.
That's a sign that you've been in quarantine too long. You're a little,
Yeah, tell me
little
about
old.
it. Tell me about it.
Little old.
Well,
How have you been?
yes. Well, I'm good. I'll tell you what, today I am tired because today was the first wake-up call that we've had at 6 a.m. to take Oscar to his first day of school for his senior year.
Oh my gosh, look at this side by side. So was this preschool to now, senior year, or what was the difference
something
here?
like that. It's 10 years ago, and then today. It's just amazing. Look at that stretch.
Oh.
What a amazing.
That's so incredible. I love that. And Oscar, your son, he's just celebrated a big birthday, didn't he?
He just turned 18, and we did something funny because years ago, we told him, he said, what do you want to do when you turn 18? Years ago, he said, I want to go skydiving because he'd seen videos on YouTube. And then every year we was like, oh, it's just further and further. He's going to forget about it. He never forgot about it. So we ended up going to indoor skydiving down in Chicago.
How was that?
It was fantastic. You know what? It's really a lot of fun. They have gigantic fans that blow air up from the bottom, and you just kind of sail in the middle of the air with an instructor. And we had a wonderful, wonderful time doing it. And we're naturals, and I'm going to be auditioning for SEAL Team 6 later on this week. I'm picking the right song.
And what?
And I'm picking the right song. I just want to get the right song for SEAL Team 6.
There you go. There you go. Here's the deal. I've been there. I have not done it myself, but it looks incredible. The thing that scares me, I'm afraid of heights. And so I thought, well, that's a way I could indoor skydive. But there's grates, and you can actually see all the way down to the fan. And that's what freaks me out. Did you find it scary?
There's no fan beneath you. The fans are actually above, and they're tunnels that blow air from up, and it goes around the building, and then it comes up like that. So it's not like you're falling over a gigantic blender. That would be bad. That would be a design flaw.
It's really just the visual of the depth that freaks me out. But I think that looks amazing.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's perfectly safe. And there's a guy that's in there with you who's hanging on to you the whole time. So it's totally cool, and we had a really wonderful time.
Good for you. Well, happy birthday to Oscar. You know, it's fun because I love when we get to see you in commercials. People have probably seen your new Steinhoffel's commercial. I know you did. We're looking at it right now. You actually don't speak in it, but it was funny because Tom in engineering here texted me as soon as he saw it. He's like, he's the best face actor ever. You don't say a word in it, and this is a new commercial, and I know you did a Shakespeare shoot too. How is it going with in the age of a pandemic being on set?
Well, you know what? We need to produce now because there's a lack of content happening right now, because we're trying to figure out how to make it work for production to shoot things. So what they're doing now is that everybody that is not actively on camera shooting a take has to wear a mask. And we also have to maintain social distancing during the shoot on set. So it's actually going along pretty nicely. On the Shakespeare video that I shot, the stage manager was walking around with a 6-foot piece of PVC pipe, and whenever we would set where we were going to be, they would put the pipe between us to see if we were getting it. And it's just so it's just adding to some of the directing that we're doing there.
That's pretty cool. You know, one thing I'm really looking forward to, you have this, a lot of people know, they've seen you at Skylight perform many times. You're doing this in the park fundraiser. I'm going to be there. I'm really excited about it because this is, I feel, one of the first outdoor events that I've been able to go to that's even happening. So you're hosting it. You're not performing, is that right?
I am. I'm hosting Saturday in the Park with Andrew, and it's going to be a socially distanced picnic outdoors in Catalano Square, right next to Skylight. So if you know where Skylight is, you know where to go.
Yep.
Third Ward, yeah, and it's going to be a bunch of Skylight favorites. We have Raven Dockery, Samantha Sestarich, Sean Holmes, and Tim Reavers, and a bunch of others that are going to be singing the songs that they've done on the Skylight stage. But we've added a little extra thing where there's going to be a raffle, and you buy a ticket, it's going to go in a bucket, and then after every couple of songs, we're going to pick a ticket, and if it's your number, then you get to pick the next song from a list that's on your table. So you are going to be, the audience is going to be setting up the program that we have there. It's a really cool idea, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and Skylight is really at the forefront of getting the arts back up in Milwaukee, which I think is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
They really are. That's cool. It's like opera karaoke, you know?
Don't sing this time, would you please? Don't.
That's so cool. It's neat because there's been all this research that has come out that talks about events, you know, and how they are what they call the mechanisms of resilience, and that even just planning an event is something that helps us cope with stress and with depression and all the things that so many people are struggling with. I know you're planning another big event just for your family. Are you roasting your first pig?
I am having a Cuban pig roast at my house. My neighbors.
We're all invited.
Hold on, not enough pig. But my neighbors, years ago, I told them that I would like to have a Cuban pig roast here. I have a relative that does it in Cleveland, and I wanted to do it, and I've finally gotten it together, and I'm going to do it here, authentic Cuban style. It's marinated in citrus and garlic, and you roast it in a caja china, which is the Cuban style of cooking it. We're going to have rice and beans, and I'm going to show all my cheesehead neighbors what a real Cuban meal is like, and I'm very excited. It's a big rite of passage for a Cuban male, so I'm excited about this.
There you go. And I know you're friends with Marta from Cubanitos, and she's helping you, so it's going to be like, this is going to be good.
She has been invaluable on this. You know, it was very funny. I asked one of my neighbors if he would come help me pick up the pig, and he texted back, "Will it be alive?"
Oh,
and I was like, "God, I hope not."
No,
I couldn't do that. No, it's not.
No, but here's my tip to you. Be careful of wasps, because this is something I heard, that at the end of summer, wasps are actually more aggressive. And do you know why? I think this is actually a really funny reason why.
Go ahead. Lay it on me.
They get drunk on fermenting fruit that's hanging around. True.
So wasps are angry drunks. Yes. That's something. You know, bees just chill out and wasps get angry. I get it.
Wasps get angry on all that fruit. It's true. Well, I'm just so glad that you could join us today. I'm excited to see you in the park on that event. People can still go. It's real inexpensive to get a little spot for two. I know there's limited seating. So thank you so much for joining us this morning, Andrew. Good to see you.
Oh, great. Thanks for having me, Tiff. Love you.
Absolutely. You too. Our sound off today, go to our Facebook page. We want to know, how have you been celebrating birthdays during the pandemic? Has anybody else gone indoor skydiving? Pretty darn cool.